how you doing?
Great. This Ollie's, I tell you what, they really do have good stuff cheap.
I've heard that. You know, that's something that people could probably use as good information.
I wish I had a really good way to tell people about it.
You know, you could use social media in order to get that word out to other people.
Can you show me how?
Sure, let's take a look.
Back to school, we thought it might be helpful for you to get a handle on social media and have a social media primer. Just as Jared wanted to be able to share information that he thought was important. Whether it is or not, you can decide. But when you talk about trying to share information, you want to be able to post things online. So when we talk about social media, it's really just a series of websites or web hosts that allow users to create and view and distribute content. But there's also a social context to it, and the social context allows others to comment on it and to be able to contact and go back and forth with some of that. And one of the first places we can go is to go to Facebook. And you may think, I already have Facebook, or you connect with family and friends and you post all kinds of information for yourself, but you can use Facebook to be a social media professional development resource. So, you know, if you haven't already liked it, you should go to the Science Teacher page and you should like the Science Teacher, and so that when things are posted to their Facebook account, you will get a chance to be able to see that in your timeline. This will also allow you to comment. So, you know, that social media thing that allows us to go back and forth. We can comment and we can like things, and that will allow us to sort of sort through all of the information that's out there and set things up in the way that we want. So now we can turn our attention to blogs. Now, blogs are one of the actual original ways that we sort of interacted with social media. You could make a blog post and people would be able to comment. You can see here's a blog post, no comments yet, but the idea is that you would put information out there and people would be able to comment back to whoever made that original post, hence the social part of it. But what I want you to notice is that we include pictures. And this is actually a shared blog that my students and I have that talks about the different things that are going on in our classroom. And so there are all kinds of information that we can post that will allow us to keep track of what's happening in the classroom. Now, that's actually an old school style of communicating. The new style is to use something like Twitter. Now, Twitter is like a blog in that it puts the latest post on top, but it's called a microblog. And the reason it's a microblog is because it only limits you to 140 characters. Now, in terms of the social aspect and trying to find things quickly, we use things called hashtags that we've talked about before that allow us, again, to label things and find them quickly, and you can message other people. So in this case, I was watching Will Richardson talk, and I wanted to send a message to him about what he was talking about to let him know, again, that social connection that we have. This is a Twitter account that I use for my students. And so you can see I give them information that they might need, posting education lessons and things like that. But also, we use this when we go to field trips. We'll use a hashtag like RL Fun in order to be able to find all the information related to that particular day. And then the students will also use a hashtag to indicate what unit they think that their post is about. So, you know, Twitter becomes sort of a warehouse place where you can post all kinds of information, pictures and video and things like that. But there are other places you're going to want to probably go to that will specifically target a certain type of media. So, for example, YouTube. You probably go on YouTube and you look at videos all the time, but what you may not realize is that you can create your own subscription, your own channel. And so we've done that, and we've posted all kinds of professional development information that others can use. And so I can share out that link and my channel, and others can see when we posted a new video, and they can get all kinds of information that will be relevant to them. When we talk about pictures, we would want to use something like Instagram. And again, some of these social media tools get sort of a bad rap, but Instagram can be used professionally. So if you look here, like for the different types of things that are going on professionally. And so it would allow you, again, to take pictures and then post them quickly. Now, when I'm moving online and I want to see things, I'll use Pinterest. And again, lots of people use Pinterest for shopping and all kinds of things like that. I use it for ed tech stuff. So when I find graphics, especially infographics that I think are really interesting and related to educational technology, I will pin them. And I actually have a little pin button at the top that allows me to pin something from a website right into my Pinterest account, and then I can go back and I can look at them. Now, when we talk about working with students and professionals, another way to connect with them and to separate out from Facebook is to use something like Google+. Now, if you're a Google Apps for Education school, it might actually be blocked for that, but in your personal Google account, you almost certainly can have a Google Plus account, and it is very much like Facebook, so you can share what's new and you can see all the different things that you can post in here, photos and videos right from YouTube and all kinds of events and things like that. And so this allows me to stay connected professionally with folks that I know and to post things that are really more professionally relevant. And when we talk about professional, another place that is similar to this would be LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is really a professional site for posting. And again, people post information that allows me to get back and think about those people that I've connected to, like things that are relevant to me and what I'm interested in. And again, that social aspect I can like, comment, and I can share out to others. Now, if you really get into social media, then I'm going to give you one bonus one that was not in our article, and that is something called If This, Then That. And so if you look at the website, it's ifttt.com. If this, then that. And I use this a lot with social media. So for example, if you find a video in YouTube, you can actually create a little rule that'll save it to Pocket so that you can see it later. And these are called recipes. And so you can save your favorite tweets into Evernote. And so this is just a handy tool that allows me to take all those social media pieces that I have and organize them so that I can keep up with the things that are really important to me. So we hope that you guys are off to a great start to your school year and that you start thinking about how social media can affect both your students and you professionally, along with those other colleagues that you have.